Hi beloved, welcome back. This read is going to be about improving your connection to your intuition. How can you improve your connection to your intuition? You're going to get your message is by choosing one of these geodes. I have 3 different geodes here, and what I love about geodes is that they're so unassuming on the outside. Like, look at them. They're so unassuming on the outside, right? But when you look at the inside, how much they have to offer, what they really look like, it's just incredible. The details, the shine, the sparkle. I'm not even going to bother wasting my time telling you about it. Let me show you. This is the first one. This is also my biggest geode. Okay? And then this is the inside of this geode. This is the inside of geode number 1. Geode number 1. Beautiful. Okay, do you feel drawn to this one? Let's see number 2. This is geode number 2. Reminds me of a nipple. Let's see. Turning it around, and then let's see the inside of geode number 2. Wow. So gorgeous. They're so unassuming. All right, do you feel drawn to this one? Let's see the last one. Geode number 3. This is the outside of geode number 3. There we go. Okay. And now the inside of geode number 3. And what's interesting is that they have pockets in here. It's not fully open like the other ones. It's very interesting. Okay? Take a moment. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and feel for the one that is going to have the message for you. You might feel drawn to more than one. You might have more than one way you can improve your connection. You might feel drawn to all 3, or you might feel drawn to none. It is all good no matter what. Okay? I want you to take a moment though. Is it 1, 2, or 3? And then I want you to follow me to your reading based on the one that you chose. This one. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. If you chose geode number 1, let's get into it. How can you improve? I have them slid across the table here. How can you improve your connection? I'm going to pick, I don't know how many, this one wants my attention, so I got 2 and 3. 3 cards of how you can improve your connection. The first card is as above, so below. As above, so below. Second card, lay down your worries, send up your prayers. Lay down your worries, send up your prayers, and then clear the clutter. Clear the clutter. Friends who chose this geode, wow. Wow. That worry and the fears and the concern, they're not without reason. You have reasons to feel this way. We all have reasons to feel concerned and worried and scared. But the difference is, with you guys, it's becoming a daily practice to be worried. It's becoming a daily practice to be concerned. It's becoming a daily practice to feel lost. And it's not becoming a daily practice to pray. And it's not becoming a daily practice to meditate. And it's not becoming a daily practice to give glory and to give thanks for what you have. And that's how you're going to improve your connection to spirit and to your highest self. It's by remembering that you are not made in and of yourself, that all of your problems and your worries and your concerns already have a remedy to them. And it's not digging deeper and researching more on Google. And it is definitely not looking deeply into the problems that you have. You have to give some of it up. You've got to clear away some of that mess. You have no room. You have no room to take care of business. And when I say take care of business, the business of taking care of your own spirit. You're allowing all of the emotional wreckage of the pandemic and the emotional wreckage of maybe not being sure about who's really in your life, who's really your friend, who's really your lover, who's really your mother. Like, you are taking on all of these emotional baggage and you're not transmuting it, and you're not giving it up to God, and you're not giving yourself the room to see how grateful you can also be. You're spending too much time leaning on one side of the issue. And so what this message is for you, to clear the clutter, you have too much going on. You have too much. Either you're trying a bunch of different ways to solve a problem, except for the main one way that you feel inside that you're supposed to start doing. Maybe that one true way that's going to help you is by admitting that you need help. Maybe that one true way is going to be getting down on your knees tonight and praying. Maybe that's how you're going to get out of it. Restoring your faith in the ability that what is above is also below. You forgot. You need a reminder, and this is what the reminder is, that you need to lay down your worries. Okay? Lay them down. Put them down. They're heavy. They're heavy. They're heavy, and they're just like, of course you chose this one. This was the biggest, heaviest one, wasn't it? This is the biggest, heaviest crystal I got. Of course you would choose this one. But I literally dropped this one trying to reach the first card. And the first card I was trying to reach was this one. As above, so below. This is the one that fell down. Right on that card. You have too much in your hands. And you don't have enough faith. And you're weighed down with so much stress. You gotta let some of that go. Some of it you actually don't need. Some of it's not even yours. Some of it is not even yours. Some of it belongs to somebody else that you're trying to help them off that merry-go-round. Some people like digging themselves in a hole because it gives them attention. You have to, if you're a light worker, if you're a healer, if you're someone who wants to put out that healing energy in the world, you have to start with yourself. No matter what mode of healing you have, if it's reading cards, if it's selling crystals or working with crystals, if it's Reiki energy, if it's whatever it is that you do, if it's singing songs, if it's writing poetry, if it's creating art that you can visually look at, that you can actually feel, doesn't matter what your thing is, whatever your gift is, you're blocking yourself by thinking that you could help everybody around you and that you could do everything for everyone but not for yourself. And then you get burdened down by everybody else's issues. Some of them are not yours. Clear the clutter. Remove some of these things you have outgrown. Some of these issues that are yours, that's cluttering your space, was your problem. It was your issue. But you've worked on it. You are aware of it. You understand how your actions have made this problem that you used to have be so much more lighter, but you've kept the remnants of it instead of getting rid of it. Why do you still have to keep the receipt? Why do you still need that screenshot? Why do you still need that? You don't need any of that. You don't need any of that. Let it go and give it up. Give it up to your higher source, the one that is always consistently there, the one that is ready, has all the solutions ready for you. All you have to do is show up. Let's choose another card for you. This is from a different deck, but I really like this deck. I don't know why, I don't feel like shuffling cards today. So I'm literally just spreading things out on the table today. That's what I'm doing. This one. What do you feel? What do you feel? What do you feel? Because the you is italicized. What do you feel? Are you even paying attention to how you feel? You're so cluttered up. You're so busy. You're so weighed down. You can't even recognize your own. This is why you need that connection to your intuition again. This is why you need that connection to high, because you feel like you're lost. You got so turned around and spinned around and upside down. You don't know which way is up anymore. And that's why you need to take a moment and reconnect by saying, using your words and praying or meditating and connecting on a personal level so you can get back to how you feel. So you're not going to be confused anymore. You don't want to be confused anymore. And you can't, listen, other people's issues are not your issues, okay? You can't compare apples to oranges. You can't compare apples to oranges. They're not even the same type of fruit. They don't have the same flavor. Their seeds are not even set up the same way. And an apple, all those seeds are in the core of it. In an orange, that is not the case. It's spread out. It's spread throughout. It's in these different segments. They're totally different. You need to recognize the fact that you have lost control of your life. You have lost control of your trajectory. You have been knocked. You have been reaching to help everyone else. It's time to stop. It's time to stop. It's time to stop. It's time to stop and to reconnect so you could figure out how you feel. That's why your connection is so poor. That's why your connection is so poor. Because you have not had enough time with yourself, by yourself, for yourself, to reconnect to yourself and to your creator. That is your message. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, if you chose Geode number 2, the tiniest one of all, the tiniest one, I'm actually going to just spread them out on the table again and see which one. Which one? For those who selected Geode number 2, what message do they need? There's 1 that will help them reconnect to spirit. This is 2 and this is 3. These 3 were together. Yeah. Oh, maybe not this one. I'll put that one aside. I'll put that one to the side. You never know. We can go look at it later if we need to. Okay? Let's see what you got. Build it up. Do the work. Build it up. Do the work. And the second card. Gather the pieces. Whew, man. Gather the pieces. You are a collector, huh? You are a collector. You are a researcher. You are an investigator. You like learning new things. You love learning new things and making these connections. But what are you doing with the information? The reason why you feel stuck in your connection to your intuition and to your higher self is because you are not doing anything with what you're learning. You are collecting them like trophies. You're collecting these memes and these quotes and these books and these videos and these inspirational speeches like they're trophies. And you're collecting them on your shelf and you're getting to like share them with people that you know, and you're getting to like show off how well read you are. What are you doing with the information? How are you going to be connected to spirit if you're not actually applying what you know? That is what this message is about for you. Applying what you know. You have acquired so much knowledge and it's just sitting there in your brain. It's just sitting there in your brain. You need to start thinking about how you can start building up and doing the work. Doing, not reading about it, not talking about it, not showing other people that you know about it. Pick up the pieces. Pick up those pieces. That piece, that speaker, that book, that journal. Start connecting them and applying them. You are like a chef with an unlimited supply of inventory in your cabinet and in your refrigerator. And you don't even know you're a chef because you're too busy. Ooh, what an interesting specimen at the farmer's market. Ooh, this is a wonderful jar of jam. You're not even eating. You're not cooking anything. You're not chefing up a damn thing. All you're doing is just stocking up your refrigerator, stocking up your cabinet, talking about how you got this exotic piece of whatever spice from whatever place, right? It's interesting to talk about these things, but you need to move from talking about it and being about it. You've got to move from talking about it to being about it. This is actually the most sparkly one. This one, in my opinion, it's like the smallest one. Usually, the small packages has like the most punch, and it's light. It's the lightest one. Like, what is this? What is this? All this potential, all that potential, all that potential, all of that potential in that small little package is unassuming. And you're not doing anything with it. It is time for you to start writing. It is time for you to start writing. It is time for you to start singing. It is time for you to start building. Gather those pieces. Gather those pieces. You left them here and there because you have so much. And then you have the nerve to be like, I can't because I need more stuff. Let's see what this other card, I'm so curious. What was this other card? Whew! You are the bridge. You are the bridge. You want to know why you're not connected to spirit more? Because you are the bridge. You got all the materials. You literally are the bridge. You have all the materials, but here you are not actually walking across it. Not actually, first of all, forget about walking across it. You haven't even built it yet. You haven't even built it yet. And you're being told to start building. You're being told to start creating. Stop sitting here collecting. You're not a collector. Get that out of your mind. You are not a collector. You are a creator. There's a difference. You are a builder. There's a reason why you had access to all this information to begin with. It is not to just sit there and hold it in your hands. It's to apply it. It's to share it. It's to magnify what you've learned by doing what you have understood. Because once you have the knowledge and you apply it, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right? The shift that happens when you start applying, then you realize, you know what? This recipe calls for that much salt. I'm going to put this much salt. It actually doesn't need that much. And you won't know that because you're not cooking anything yet. So the moment you start cooking, you can actually start tasting as you go and gain that experience. That's what you're lacking. Experience. You have lots of education. But where's your experience? Get out there and get into the field and get started. Start. Let's see what you got from this deck. I'm actually just gonna, I need to take a breath because you got me mad. You are so smart. So much potential. Oh. So much potential in you. Focus on the light. Focus on the light. Don't focus on the things. Don't focus on the prestige. Don't focus on the impressiveness of what you know and how you got to know these things. Focus on the light, the purpose. The reason why that person wrote the book was not so that you can just say you read it. You think that person was charged in their spirit to write down those divine words and to channel that information? You think that sermon was just to talk a good game? No, the whole point was to put a fire under you. You have the fire. Focus on that. Focus on, where's your passion? Where are you going? Focus on the light. And then the rest will just fall into place. That's how you get connected to your intention. And that's how you get connected to your intuition. That is how you get connected to your intuition. You need experience. Okay, beloved, if you chose crystal, or I should say, if you chose geode number 3, let's get you your cards. Okay, 2 different piles. It just literally split into 2 when I tried to spread it. And look at this, two different openings, 2 different pathways. Okay. Illuminate your thoughts. Illuminate your thoughts. Falling from grace. Falling from grace. This is a heavy one. This is why you're so closed up. This is why you're so tightly wound. This is why you're so confused. This is why you're so unsure. This is why you're so afraid to open up fully. Look at it. Look at it. Look at how much you got going on inside. It's jammed packed with all these big, juicy looking, shiny bits. And just a little hole there, a little hole. And you know what? This hole doesn't go through. It doesn't even go through. I've rinsed these out before and it does not go through. It does not go through. It does not go through. Illuminate your thoughts. Illuminate your thoughts. It's not getting through. It's not getting through. No. No. Whatever you've experienced and how deeply it has affected you and how much it has shifted your perspective into negativity is you removing yourself from your true divinity. And it's not getting through to you. You don't see how your fall from grace has everything to do with your own thoughts. You don't recognize how you losing your footing is because you're not allowing yourself to be present in your own head. You can't run from it. You got to stop running from it. You've got to stop being afraid to see it. Because the more you close your eyes and you try to feel around, the more you're stumbling and tripping over shit. The more you close your eyes and you're trying to avoid looking at stuff, the more you're bumping into people, the more you're messing up your own shit, the more you're losing where your keys were. You lost your keys again. You lost your keys again. You lost your direction. You got turned around again because you don't have your eyes open. You don't have yourself connected to your own thoughts because they hurt so much. You got to look at them. You got to illuminate them. You got to shine the light on those dark corners. You got to. You want to get around? You want to be better connected? You got to start with you. You got to start with looking at your own shit. Period. Period. And some of that shit's not your shit. Some of that shit was put on you from childhood. You have to deal with these things. If you are someone who is a healer and you're working and you still feel like, why can't I be better connected to my intuition? Why don't I feel a better connection to God? It's because you're refusing to see the ways in which your thought process and the way you might have gone about things have taken you out of alignment. You're doing things for the wrong reasons now because you don't have your eyes open. You're doing things for the wrong reasons now because you're grasping, trying to get a hold of something stable. Hold on to yourself. Hold on to yourself. Look within and acknowledge all of those shitty ass thoughts. Acknowledge them and trace them back. Trace them all the way back. This pathway is closed. This pathway is closed. Within you. It's within you that's closed. Oh my God. Heavy. That's heavy. Heavy. Let's get you another card. I just want to say, before I pull another card for you, the only way out is through. It's through that. You're going to need to use all the light you have and all the intention you have to make your way through it. It's a labyrinth, your mind. Oh my God. And it got you locked up. It got you locked up in all these different ways. You can't say what you really want. You can't be who you really want. You can't do what you really want. You are locked up. That labyrinth is something else. The only way through, the only way out is through. The only way out of this mess is through. You've already fallen. You've already been out of alignment. How long do you want to stay out of alignment? How long do you want to stay out of alignment? It's time for you to start with your own mind. Reality checking, fact checking within. What is true? What dark corners are in your head that you need to illuminate? And you might actually need to see a professional. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be funny. If you've been thinking about going to therapy, you should go. You should go. This is not therapy. This isn't therapy. My intention is that you start having the healing conversation with yourself. That's what my purpose is here with these cards and with this message and with my videos, is so that you will start having that healing conversation with yourself. And through that conversation, you might say, I need to see somebody else. I need to leave this relationship. I need to quit staying up so damn late when I'm really tired. I need to really stop putting that junk in my mouth. I need to really drink more water. Whatever it is, this purpose of mine, my intention is to get you started. This group in particular who chose this one, this is why I do this. So I can tell you this, so I can spark that in you to say, you need to get up now. You've already fallen from grace. You've already fallen from grace. You want to continue falling, or you want to start getting up? You need to start getting up. I'm going to take 2 cards here for you. First one. Going beyond normal. Look at that. It's all about the headspace. Whatever is normal for you, go beyond that. Go beyond normal. It's normal for you to stay up late every night. Stop it. Do something else. And I know that sounds easy, but it is easy. You might say, oh, it's easy. No. You know what you're doing because you've fallen from grace. You know you're out of alignment. Go beyond what's normal for you. That's how you spark fresh newness. You can't do the same things over and over and over again and expect a different outcome. You can't do the same things every day and expect a different outcome. Go beyond normal. Go beyond normal for you, whatever that is. And it's going to take time. And it's going to take and go back into time. Go back into time. Really, really think about all of the past actions that you have been circumventing all this time, that you've been sort of avoiding to look at all this time. You need to go back and address them. Sacred Fool. sacred fool. You know what this one is telling me? That you are somebody who have the capacity of taking risks. And maybe you took one and it just didn't come out the way you really wanted and it messed you up. But you can't just stop. You can't give up. And it's a root cause. There's a root chakra issue with you. A deep, 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 deep pain that makes it so that way every time you feel a little discomfort, you just lock it away. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to keep going. No, it's time for you to stop that. It's self-sabotage is what it is. You're self-sabotaging yourself. It doesn't matter how small you think it is not that small. Because if you chose this one, what you are wanting is to connect to your higher self again. And in order for you to do that, you're going to have to reconnect to all of the things that you have been avoiding. Okay? I'm sending you so much love and encouragement. You can, and if you need to see someone, you should. But first admit to yourself that, you know what? This isn't working for me anymore. Because it's not working for you anymore.